Abdul, my bro, you saved me. I'm obviously slipping. I got caught slipping. I was bigging it up. So thank you. Thank you, Abdul. And just for that, I need to repeat the intro. So my name is Ade and I'm the veteran arcade soldier and I've unmuted my microphone. Thanks to my main man, Abdul, in the chat, saving me from even more embarrassment. So all good, all good. Respect to you, Abdul. Thank you so much. Just wishing everyone a hello in the chat. Yannick was a little bit earlier. He's nicely left a message on the screen. Lovely young Yannick from over living in Nairobi. It was. I hope he is well. Arthur dropped me a hello. Big up to King Arthur. Abdul came in and saved the day. Abdul thought he said he went deaf, seeing as I was there talking. Abdul. Yeah, so yeah, respect for that, my bro. Really appreciate it. That's twice I've done that today. And Arthur says, silly Ade. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, that's the professionalism level on this channel. But it is what it is. We learn from our mistakes, guys, and we push forward. But anyway, we are here for watch-along number 2 of the day. And we've got a big one, just as equally a spicy one as England versus Congo, which saw the Three Lions run out 2-1 winners. So now we have Belgium versus Senegal. And I think this one is going to... Yeah, you got me. You nearly got me swearing, bro. You're an absolute fool. I respect the game, though. I respect the game. You got me. You got me. You made me look down. I should have held my nerve and not look down, Arthur. Especially I can see on my graphics and I can see my microphone going up and down. You played me there. You're a punk. But hey, just like, look, it's like Liam Neeson from Taken. I have a special set of skills, Arthur. And if you troll me like that again, I will come and find you and end you. But no, respect. I like that one. You got me. Right. Abdul says spicy senorita game by Senegal versus Belgium. Indeed. And I think this game's going to be just as good as the England-Congo game. I think it's going to have just as much drama. And a bit like earlier on, myself and Arthur, we were talking about it. I'm predicting a Senegal win. I'm going for a 2-1 Senegal win. And I think Arthur was talking about it becoming a 3-1 Senegal win. So let's get the... Arthur's loving the jokes. Yeah, let's put the prediction in the chat. Yeah, you done me there, Arthur. You're beating me 1-0. I got the scoreline right, but you beat me there, hands down. I'll let you off, lad. I respect it. Right, so we've got Belgium 1 and Senegal 2. Oop, do it the other way around. Yeah, so that's my prediction. Get yours in the chat. Get yours in there, Cameron, if you're there. Get yours in. Write your one in there, Arthur, for people that catch up with it. Abdul, throw your one in there as well, my brother. And yes, all good. I've recovered from the England game. Recharged my phone. So all good. What is going on here? So yes, I think it's gonna be a spicy one, like you said, Abdul. It's gonna be a spicy one. So yeah, all good. And we need to start seeing some transfers, right? Have you heard Tottenham got Sandro Tonali? Apparently, I think that one's just been confirmed. Sandro Tonali for like a fee of around 100 million. I think that's a phenomenon. If Elliot Anderson is 116 million, then Sandro Tonali is for 100 million is a steal. For me personally, that is the midfielder I would take. And honestly, I thought when the rumours of Tonali going to Arsenal were looking, maybe, you know, obviously looking increasingly, there was more energy going into it. I thought if you combined Declan Rice with Tonali, just forget it. It's over. The league is done. So that's how, yeah, exactly. Abdul says Spurs moving crazy. Tonali at Spurs will obviously improve them, but he won't improve them to the point of obviously like challenge for the league or anything. You know, they're too far behind. But if you got Declan Rice with Tonali in that midfield, it's over. Spurs know European football. Yeah. So I know what you mean. I know where you're going with that. Obviously, they can kind of compete and function in the league with a lot of rest, but they're not strong enough for a league title. But honestly, I feel like any top team got Tonali. If Tonali went City, and was in there with Rodri, I'll make them title favourites. If he went Arsenal, they win it. If he goes Liverpool, well, we'd still need a bit more in midfield, to be fair. But, you know, he is... Arthur saying he was an Arsenal man. Oh, for Tonali, yeah? Mate, he is a difference maker, that guy. I mean, off the pitch, a little bit dodgy with the whole betting scandal and all that sort of stuff. But as an actual footballer, 25 years of age, 26 approaching his prime, Tonali is different class. But he's going Spurs. I'm quite surprised that somebody else, bigger, isn't going in for him. You know, someone like him would do amazing at Real Madrid, but it just goes to show the money that's in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? That's 150 million. So Spurs have got Robertson from Liverpool on a free, Senesi for free for Bournemouth, 52 million Van Hecker, and now it's 100 million for Tonali. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed, but my friend is a Spurs season ticket holder. She just called me and said that it's a done deal. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal business by Spurs. 4 players signed. So they are looking tasty for next season. Arthur says, playing with Wirtz or 10 men is the closest decision ever, but 99% say 10 men. You are shit. Anyway, Abdul says, why are we not getting anyone good? We need leaders, physicality, toughness, experience, proven and winners. We are dry like the Sahara Desert. I know, mate, but we just got to be a bit patient, Abdul. I'm not losing... I think we start, you know, if we go another 2 weeks without seeing some signings, then I'll get worried. But, you know, yeah, I'd love Liverpool to have got Tonali. Honestly, he's a game changer. Absolute game changer. But we're not in the mix. We've obviously got other positions to spend money in. We need that winger. We need a central midfielder as well. But Tonali would have fit the bill, my man. Oh, my days. If I could combine 2 players... because Liverpool are rubbish. Yeah, just the 6-time European champions, Arthur. Just the 6 times. You know, like when you just, you know, you have it on your sleeve. The whole, on the Champions League kits, you know. 6 stars and all that. Munoz is a backup winger. Yeah, but let's see what he can do. I'll be interested to see the pre-season friendlies, Abdul. Maybe he comes in on a proviso that he's a backup winger. But if he forces his way into the first team... I'm here for it. Yep, Liverpool need a right back, a left back. Left back is not so... Left back is... I mean, we do need all of those, but left back is the least priority. We need another centre back. Yeah, but Kirk is left back starter, bro. Natasha, yes, higher. Yeah, we were just talking about Natasha. Tonali to Spurs, 100 million, done deal. Natasha's amazing deal. That's the player, just like you wanted Nagelsmann. That's the player I wanted at Liverpool, Sandro Tonali, but it's done. 100 million, got it done. Respect to Spurs. Well annoying, Natasha. How do you feel about it? Annoying. And don't forget, everyone, drop a like on the stream. You too, Natasha, drop a like on the stream. And let's keep it moving. Let us know your thoughts on that deal, Natasha, and who you hope that we're going to get for central midfield. Oh, Tonali to Spurs. What a disappointment. Should be playing at Liverpool. England were lucky against Congo, but 2 players are injured, Rice and Rashford. Oh, is that right, yeah? Okay, thanks for the update. I could see Rashford was kind of struggling, but I thought he was just having a poor game. But Declan Rice injured, that is a massive blow, Natasha. Yeah, we'll see how they recover. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I've got a bad feeling against Mexico, Natasha, anyway. I think that game's on Wednesday, I think. Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not optimistic. Mexico, in the high altitude, in the blazing heat, in Mexico City, the Azteca Stadium, the Mexico Home City Stadium. It's a difficult game for England, Natasha, but let's see what happens. Hopefully by then, Natasha, Liverpool have signed a player or 2. Let's hope. Arthur says double timer. Natasha says I see when England play Mexico at 1 a.m. early hours on Monday morning and the altitude as well. Exactly. Is that when it is? So okay, so it's Monday. Jesus, Natasha, Monday at 1 a.m. Yeah. I need to change I need to watch that. There's no way I'm not watching that. So thank you for that update, Natasha. Much appreciated. Oh, what an annoying time scale. Yeah, you're right, 1 a.m. Yeah, I just had a look. I did believe you. Just wanted to see it for myself. That's so annoying. 1 a.m. So late. Cameron in the chat says 2-0 Belgium. Fair enough. Fair enough. We shall see. We shall see. What do you reckon for this game, Natasha? Belgium, Senegal. Put your prediction in the chat, please. Are you live streaming that one? I have to, mate. Yeah, I will get up and I think I'll just stay awake. I would do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Whatever it takes. A few coffees after. I'll get the coffees down. And yeah, got to be done. So Natasha thinks extra time and pens. But which way is it going to go, do you think? It's a lottery at pens, Natasha. I think you're right, though, in the sense that this one is going to be very close. I'm going for a Senegal 2-1. Last few minutes, Senegal sneaking a winner. That's my prediction for what it's worth. Arthur says Senegal will win it if it goes to pens. You know what, Arthur? You could be spot on because they have a lot of practice. African Cup of Nations. How many did those games? They're always going to penalties, those games. So, yeah, good experience. You're right. I agree with you. Every game has been a late winner. There literally has, hasn't there? Do you know what I mean? It just goes to show teams getting tired towards the end. And yeah, 100%. I rate the ball. Listen, I'll tell you what. This is quite a small channel, as we know. But the ball knowledge on this channel is immaculate. You've got Natasha with the news. Always puts in a really good prediction. Abdul knows his stuff. Arthur's on point. Apart from when he's trying to battle me when it comes to scorelines. But there is ball knowledge on this channel. I'm telling you. How do we delete this guy? Hold on. Let me just right click and... There was a delete option. There's definitely a mute option. Anyway, let's see. Maybe we put him in a corner. Get the dunces cap on. Absolute clown. This lad. Yeah, there you go. I respect the game. Whose birthday is it? But yep, all good, all good. Yeah, really good take there from Natasha. I think she's spot on. And I mentioned it as well, actually, Natasha, the other day with the altitude and the heat. It's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be something like 37, 38 degrees, Natasha. So it's going to be absolutely El Scorcho out there. Not my birthday, mate. My birthday's in March. But you know, I'll take a belated birthday. But yeah, you're right, Natasha. England are going to struggle with the heat. They need Declan Rice fit. So hopefully they can patch him up. Otherwise, it is going to be a struggle. Abdul says, how are you finding the weather this week in London? Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. It's fairly all right. It's cooler than last week. Natasha says, but Mexico team will be used to it. This is it. It's natural for them. It's second nature. 100%, Natasha. You are right. They've got the acclimatization, and I think England now have, 5 days to acclimatize? Probably not going to be enough. I think human nature, you take at least 10 days to get used to somewhere. Natasha says heat wave from Sunday for 3 weeks. Yeah, it's going to be cooking in the UK, so we're going to be frying here. But over there in Mexico, those English boys are going to be absolutely frazzled. But hopefully they've got some, some aircon maybe. But yeah, in that Azteca Stadium, I doubt if they're going to be kept cool there. It's going to be El Scorcho over there, 100%. Abdul, you saying last week? Did you mean last work? Did you mean last week was mental? It was absolutely mental. But yeah, it's going that way again. Natasha said England fly. Look at Natasha with the news. She's the news hound of the channel. Absolute legend. And Natasha says England fly to Mexico on Friday evening. So if I was them, Natasha, I would go there ASAP. I'll be there tomorrow. The quicker you get there, the quicker you get used to the weather, right? So fair enough. They're going on Friday, maybe Friday morning. It's not exactly going to be a long flight, I suppose, a couple of hours from where they are. But okay, interesting. We'll see how they get on. But yeah, they've got to use the substitutions perfectly in that game, Natasha. Like trying to have as close to 2 teams as possible, but your fittest players on the pitch. But can you imagine being a player that starts that match and gets into extra time? They're going to be absolutely scorcho. Yeah, exactly, Abdul. Last week the weather was mental. Natasha says, but Tuchel wants to give them some rest. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, a little day off, I suppose. He did say the tournament starts now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Right. Keep the chat going, guys. I'm just going to get the team sheets up on the screen. I won't talk through them like I normally do, but we will just leave them on the screen just so everyone can have a look. Where are these team sheets? So the lineups, I'll put them on the screen. But we won't be talking about them. Abdul says, Senegal fans with energy and colour. Yep, you can't go wrong with the African countries. Always bringing a colour, always bringing a flavour, always bringing the vibes and the music. It's all good. So these are the 2 teams. Fairly strong. Fairly strong. Both teams are very strong, to be fair. And yeah, it's going to be good. Who's that number 10 there? Oh, of course, it's our boy, Sadio Mane. Abdul says England needs to keep Kane fit, healthy and firing 100%. He is the main man. So yeah, absolutely absolutely needed, basically. Keep Harry Kane fit. So all good. All good, all good. Well, the players about to come out on the pitch.
You are the man. KFC in the building. Let's go. He absolutely ripped that one in. Wow. Thinks it over. Back stick. Anthony Gordon chests it down. Fizzes it back into Kane. Yes, 1-0. Harry Kane.
Lovely stuff. Everything's working in the background, it seems. Gary in the chat. Welcome back, Gary. Belgium 1-0 you're going for. Fair enough, fair enough. We shall see. We shall see, my bro.
There's the main man, Harry, to do the business. Let's go. Kane, edge of the box. Oh, what a goal, Harry
Right.
Kane, edge of the box.
Nice. Oh, wicked, Cameron. Thank you, Cameron, for replying to Abdul. Is that Mecca in your profile picture?
KFC in the building.
Never even looked at the profile picture. Let's have a look.
Wow. Thinks it over. Back stick. Anthony Gordon chests it down.
Yes, McLaughlin. What's happening, my bro? How are you, G? Are you good? Let us know how you're doing, my man. We just finished watching the England game. Did you watch it? Let us know what your thoughts were.
From sorry, a good looting cross from Anthony Gordon, and there's the main.
Well spotted, Arthur. This boy has got an eye for attention. All's well. Excellent, McLaughlin. Good to hear. Did you watch the England game? Did you follow it, or did you just come in a bit late? It was a bit of a barnstormer at the end. Very chuffed to see the 3 Lions go through. Let's go. Yeah, exactly what I expected. Oh, McLaughlin says, yeah, exactly what I expected. A tough game. It was a tough game, mate. They were quite fortunate in the end, but I did feel they were coming through, and I did drop the prediction right. Mate, I'll tell you what, McLaughlin, you love a bet, but I think I need to start doing some final scores, because I'm always on the nail. I watched it all. Whistle should have made it. Oh, mate, yeah, hitting that post. He definitely should have made it 2-0. I got the prediction right. I went for the 2-1 special and I got it. Make sure you drop your prediction for the Belgian game. Interested to hear your thoughts.
Edge of the box. Oh, what a goal, Harry Kane. Edge of the box. Absolutely rivals it in. Edge of the box. Square. Bang. 20 yards out. Boom. What a finish, Harry Kane. You are the man. KFC in the building. Let's go. He absolutely ripped that one in. Wow. Thinks it over. Back stick. Anthony Gordon chests it down.
I watched it. Oh, yeah, I've read that one. Yeah, McLaughlin, let me know. Yeah, what do you think for this one here? Belgium, Senegal. And have you had a cheeky bet? 2-1 England, 3-1 Senegal, 2-0 USA is my score treble. Whoa. So he went 2-1 England, 3-1 Senegal. 2-0 USA is my score treble. Ah, fair enough. Cheeky quid on that one. Oh yeah, can you see? Can you see that? Yeah. Yeah, I've just got it on in the background, mate. Yep.
20 yards out. Boom! What a finish, Harry Kane. You are the man.
I've got 3 goal scorers.
Let's go. He absolutely
I've got
ripped that one in.
3 goal scorers. Oh, is he? Oh, let me get rid of that. Bang. It's gone. McLaughlin said, I've got 3 goal scorers. Got 3-2 as well. Fair enough. Sorry about that, Arthur. Messed it up there. Yep, I just did a short, so I've just posted it just now. And yeah, I did a little short of our chat, and obviously when Harry Kane scores the goals. So I posted that. So that's all good. All helps the channel. As you put me onto it, Arthur, do your shorts, etc. So it's all good. Ah, respect, my bro. Thank you so much. All good. Much respect. Right, national anthems are being sung. So what are we thinking of these 2 lineups? Trossard's the main man for them, I think. Yeah, he had a good game last game, did he not? Yep, he certainly did. Yeah, I think they just struggle to create. Belgium, they're just a bit, something about them. They're like a ponderous, less dangerous England, if that makes sense. So yeah, Doku when he's on it, but that's the problem when he's on it. But I don't know, is he definitely starting today? Let's have a double check. Yeah, he's starting there. He's the one who said that his child is going to be born, I think, if they make it to the round of 16, and he's going to fly back to England. So, yeah, let's see what happens with him. He caught a bit of stick, didn't he, on by some social media influencer last week, saying that he's a joke for going home to be at the birth of his child. It's like, you know, what? How does she have the right to say that? Absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's decent, isn't it? It's you know, it's got a lot to it. A lot of obviously ex-Premier League players. It's got some young, you know, uprising. Some rising talent. Obviously got the Sadio Mane, Idrissa Gueye. Sars Dynamite for them. He's very good, exactly. We've got obviously got Iliman Ndiaye of Everton. So they've got some players there, that's for sure. Liverpool should have bought Sarr. Liverpool should have bought Sarr about 5 years ago. That's what they should have done. And the thing with Sarr, McLaughlin, you're right. He's a great player, but he's not so exceptional that he wouldn't mind being a rotational player. He's not the kind of player that kind of expects, oh yeah, I will start for an absolute elite team. But I'd rather have him as a 3rd or 4th choice winger than, do you know what I mean? Than some of the players that I've seen in the past, you know. Arthur says, yeah, brilliant Doku. He's gotten a lot better. I never really rated him because he kind of had a trial at Liverpool when he was 18. And I wasn't very convinced. But he's growing into the... It's taken him a bit long, but he's starting to get to the level now, Doku. But he's never going to be that guy that scores 15, 16 goals a season. But I think the way football's going now, we're moving away from those incredible wingers that are scoring, you know, goal after goal after goal. It's all about now trying to facilitate for the front man. So I think in the future, in the next few years, if you get to the point where whatever your team is, other than Celtic in the Scottish League, where obviously the wingers can bag, you know, crazy amounts of goals. In the Premier League, if you get to the point where you've got, you know, 8 to 10 goals as a winger, that's going to end up being phenomenal amounts. It's not the days of your Mo Salah hitting 25 from the wing. Those days are over. Right, so those are the teams. All right, so we've got the predictions in. And is there a game later, is there today? Is there a game tonight? I think somebody's mentioning it later. Oh yeah, USA, Bosnia. Yeah, I'll be checking that result in the morning. That is definitely not one you want to stay up for, Bosnia, USA. No, thank you. McLaughlin says, could be a dirty game this, but we'll see. There hasn't been many of those. No, I know what you mean. That's the thing, yes. Yeah, there's definitely a lot at stake on this one. So, Arthur reckons USA will beat Bosnia 3-1. Bold shout. I was thinking 2-1. I'll go for 2-1 USA. We can check back tomorrow. But yeah, that's the thing. To be fair, I know what you mean, McLaughlin, with this one, because Senegal definitely do employ a bit of the dark arts. Like, in terms of challenging and whatnot, some agricultural defending. But, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a good game. But I think it's going to be a good game because of Senegal, not because of Belgium. Belgium are very boring. And they just don't attack with much vigour. You know, since a few years ago when they've lost, obviously, Eden Hazard and Carrasco was ripping it up on the wings for them. But, yeah, they're a little bit... They're one-paced. They don't have much pace in their team, Belgium. So, obviously, an aging side. But, you know, let's see what they can do as the main man, Sadio, gets ready. And the game is off. Let's go. The game is kicking off. He's not fussed, nor fussed either way. My rubbish Scots accent. Senegal, the Asian side, according to Ade. What are you talking about? The Asian side. What are you talking about? I had 2-1 England. Arthur and Kane to score. Oh, Arthur and Kane to score. So, who did you have? Who was the first player you had, McLaughlin? You had Kane and who? Oh, mate, so you're a judge as well, mate. You had the 2-1 like me, so well done. Respect it. Game knows game, McLaughlin. Game knows game. Yeah, who else did you have then? You had Kane, and who else did you have to score? Oh, Kane score any time, got ya. Cheeky. That was a good bet. A good bet. Right, let's get in the chat. We're talking to Arthur, yeah. Oh, I got you. Fair enough. Sorry, man. It's not all about me. I've got to remember that. But yeah, so decent little start here. Belgian clearing. Look at this guy. No filter. Don't ask a man how much money he's making. The cheek. McLaughlin, don't tell him unless you want to show off. I know, Arthur. I was only messing around, mate. Can't take me seriously. That was 14-1. I had a fiver on it. Oh, good shout, mate. Good shout. Nice. Nice odds. Oh, as I was saying about Doku, no, he's had his child. So he must have gone back to England, had his child, and then come back to the World Cup. Fair play. Right. Ndiaye. Iliman Ndiaye on the wing. Lays it back. Yeah, Sarr's on the bench, McLaughlin, but they've got a decent squad. Senegal, powerful team. Are you up overall on your betting over the World Cup? Are you winning more than you're losing? Sadio Mane diving in there. Oh, you're 80 up for the World Cup overall, or just 80 up on the profit on that one? Currently, hey, 780 drinks are on you, brother. Oh, mate, legend. That's what we like. You won't be putting much money on Celtic retaining the title next season. Oh, you would have. Oh, did you hear about the bet that happened in the first week? You would have heard about this being a betting man. Did you hear about the guy that put? Yeah, that is a fair bit, isn't it? It's a good shout. Yeah, McLaughlin. Did you hear about the American punter that put $1 million on on Spain to beat Cape Verde? Let me know. Did you hear about that one? If you didn't, I'll let you know and I'll break it down for you. Oh, good play there from Senegal. Yeah, so basically, I'll tell the story anyway. Yeah, McLaughlin said, I've got Kane to score 7+ in the tournament, Mbappe 9+. And Messi 9+, Argentina to win it. Oh, you picked Argentina like me. Another judge. Runners up. 665 to 1. That is not bad. Okay, how much would he have made? Right, so let me give you the scoop. So you never heard about it, right? So this is what this guy's done, right? He's put $1 million down, $1 million down, sorry. And obviously you can imagine what the odds were. The odds are obviously were obviously against, obviously. So, sorry, odds on, sorry. So, I can't remember what the odds on are, but obviously, you know, these are the metric system in America. Anyway, he's going to put $1 million on to win back. Are you ready? So $1 million to win. This is the risk he took, guys. Absolute shambles. So that's what he was going to win. So you can see the kind of bet he went for. $1 million to try and scoop an extra 80,000. So he literally thought it was an unbackable loss. And yeah, so he was going to gain 80 grand. I would imagine after taxes, that's what he was going to get. So he took that massive risk, which to him obviously seemed like a no-brainer. Guaranteed, of course, Spain are going to beat Cape Verde, right? Can you imagine him watching the game, guys? McLaughlin, can you imagine him watching that game? Thinking, surely, 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 surely. And then imagine his bumhole towards the end of the game must have been going absolutely peak. What an awful bet. My TV would have been in the river. Oh, mate, 100%. But obviously, we know the kind of betting that is. There's a name for it, isn't there? It's like I I can't remember what it is, but it's obviously taking the very short returns, but on an absolute thingy. And I had a story of this because when I was a lot younger, my first job was McLaughlin. I used to work in William Hill. So I'm sure you must have William Hills up in Scotland. They're everywhere, right? In Britain. Well, I don't know if they're only England based, but obviously you're going to have your Ladbrokes in William Hill. Those are the two main ones in England. So I worked in William Hill when I was 18. And this guy comes in. He was really like, I used to say to him, bro, you're going to come unstuck. Because he would only bet on the football. And he came in and he would do this once a week, by the way. He'd come in and put £1,000 down on a European game. So it'd be like, whatever, Real Madrid at home to, I don't know, Club Brugge or something. That kind of vibe. Right, here we go. So Belgium. In the box. Oh, De Catalet should have shot. Took too long. Good save there by Edouard Mendy. Right, so back to the story. So this guy would come in every week and he would bet £1,000 on a no loss kind of match. He did it for about a month in a row, and I said to him, mate, you're coming in, you're putting down £1,000. You're walking out with whatever, 1,100 quid or 1,000. Sometimes he was putting £1,000 just to win 80 quid after tax. And you're like, mate, you're going to come unstuck. He came in, there was one particular week, it's Champions League. He's bet on Man United at home to beat Galatasaray. And this is where Man United were on top. Do you know what I mean? David Beckham, Giggs, Keane, the whole lot. And they lost 1-0, Man United. And I never saw that guy again. He never came in a betting shop again. He must have thrown himself in the river with his TV, McLaughlin. Absolutely shambolic. But you'll always lose. You'll always get caught out. So there's a lesson to you, Arthur. Never gamble on a sure thing. There's no such thing as a guarantee, but you're smart enough to know that. All right, Doku, De Bruyne, ball into the box. Exactly, bro. Bookies always do win. It's knowing when to quit when you're ahead. Exactly. But obviously, depends on the whole addictive nature of people and whatnot. And this is why so many people get caught out with so many things. Decent shot from Trossard there. So Belgium are kind of 10 minutes in. What about anyone to beat? Is that Uzbekistan, is it? Is that Uzbekistan? San Marino, yeah, exactly. But yeah, well, there you go. That's the kind of odds. Would you remember there was a game? It wasn't even that long ago. It was only a few years ago. England just about beat San Marino 1-0, and it was like, Jesus. Oh, decent cross across the box here. Dangerous. But yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. Cheers, Arthur, for the message on the short. Much appreciated. Big up yourself. Right, 12 minutes in. Senegal trying to get a foothold in the game. McLaughlin, any transfers happened up with Scotland yet? I haven't really been paying much notice to the Scots Prem. Have you boys bought anything? Rangers buying anyone? How's it shaping up for next season? Right. Sadio Mane puts out wide. Oh, that's going to be it. Surely hit the post. Oh, my days. Ismaila Sarr should have given Senegal the lead. Poor defending. Just about saved by Courtois. That was so close. Wow. Great play from Sadio there. Plays it out. The wing puts it across. What a cross. Courtois save. Sarr gets it on the rebound and puts it against the post. How does Sarr not get that in? Just can't wrap his leg around it. Wow. Lucky escape from Belgium. Courtois. Not looking the same goalkeeper as he was. The beanpole. McLaughlin says nothing with Celtic yet. Rangers got a few in, but nothing major, I'd say yet. Fair enough, my bro. And at the end of the day, Scots Prem, is it still only at the moment the champions get Champions League qualifying, right? So second place in Scotland don't get Champions League. That's what that league needs. They need second place to get Champions League, I think. I think I'm right. Anyway, let me know. Alright, Drissa Gay. Poor cross. Poor cross. Poor cross from Pat Gay. McLaughlin said Hearts have 3 Champions League qualifiers to endure this summer. Oh, okay. So it is so second do get. Oh, that's good. The league needs that because at the end of the day, if the team that gets second can obviously get into the Champions League and start making some money, then it brings more money into the league. But if that really kills the league if it's just the champions that go in, because Celtic would just, well, from this point, Celtic would never not be in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? So they've got Sturm Graz. Bloody hell, that's the first? Jesus. Well, I remember last season. Was it last season where Celtic didn't even make it? Celtic and Rangers both flopped, I think. They've got to get in this time. Arthur says goal, is that right? Yeah, I think you're right there. I think that'd be too much for them. Arthur, you trolling? Yeah, Arthur, you're trolling. Yeah, I think you're right, bro. I mean, if that's the first game they're getting out of 3, Jesus, that is tough qualification. And that's the thing. If they flop against them, they don't even get Europa League then, right? It's just that's it. You're done. Must be, right? I think they do get Europa. Fair enough. It starts to get a bit complicated now that you've got the conference involved as well. It's all a bit complicated. So then, do you, Celtic as champions, you don't get automatically Champions League, do you? You have to go through qualifiers yourself. Have you got to go through 1 or 2 qualifiers, Celtic? McLaughlin says, I think they can end up in the Conference League. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, let me know, Joe. I don't know if you heard my question about Celtic then. Do you have to qualify still as well? Go through 1 or 2? Or just 1? Or direct entry into the league? We lose that qualifier, we in Europa. Fair enough. Well, good luck, my man. It's always good to see, a Scottish team in there. See the Hoops in there doing their thing. Senegal domination it is. We called it, Arthur. We did call it. Ooh, good shot there. Idrissa Gay there. Need to score Senegal while they're in charge, 100%. This is it. Arthur said 2-1 Belgium. You did? Kevin De Bruyne. Thinks he's at Twickenham, lads. Thinks he's at Twickenham or Hampden Park or something. He's like playing rugby. You changed your mind, yeah? Can't do that, Arthur. Courage of your convictions, young man. Jai, good feet there. Arthur says, no, in the England game I said 3-1 Senegal, and I changed my mind to 2-1 Belgian, and I'm regretting that choice. Well, it's still early days, to be honest. I think this is the kind of game that can go either way, to be honest. Both teams will have their periods in the match. McLaughlin said Senegal were actually unlucky versus France. They were. They were very unlucky. Gave them the best game so far, didn't they, really? Goal chalked off France, and that shot, that bounced right on the line off the... But yeah, that's it. Ooh. Kevin De Bruyne nearly finding his colleague out on the far right. Arthur says Mexico should be scared for the wrath that is Harry Kane. They'll definitely be worried about him, but as I said, Arthur, I'm worried about that heat, my man. I'm worried about that altitude over there. Like, imagine trying to play. It's like imagine trying to play football when you're just at that high altitude. It's hard to describe because I've never really felt it, but you know, I've had breathing difficulties at times. And yeah, when you can't breathe properly, you can't play football. Foul there. That was a tactical foul there from Tielemans. That's going to be a yellow, surely. He didn't even get a yellow for that. That's crazy. Blatant obstruction. They have the same conditions. Yeah, but they're from Mexico. You know, the game's being played in Mexico City. So, you know, the climate suits them by nature. They're Mexicans. The altitude is what they, you know, they were born and they were bred it. Yeah, most of them play abroad these days, but they're going back home. It's to them, it's running around in 90 minutes in that temperature. And remember, Arthur, they've been playing there every game of the World Cup. They've already been there 2 weeks. They are fully back acclimatized. It is their natural habitat, the natural air that they breathe at high altitude. It is crazy difficult. We're going there with 4 days preparation. So yeah, that's why I'm worried. Right, Cease, ball out wide to Diatta. Hey Sherry, how are you? How do you acclimatize if you're not Mexican? Well, this is the thing. You've got to get there quickly. I think human nature is you need at least like 10 to 12 days to fully acclimatize to a new climate. So it's just one of those ones. It's a bummer, Sherry, but I hope you're well. How are you doing? But let's hope the three lines can get it done like Arthur says above you. Senegal are playing like prime Barca here, McLaughlin said. They're doing very well. Just need a goal. Yeah, Sherry, I'm very concerned about England in the next game, but we shall see. Did you enjoy the game? Did you watch the England game? Let me know your thoughts, or let the chat know your thoughts. Here we go. Senegal. Kept in there from Sadio. Arthur says, so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as she's walking on by. How are we all feeling about that game as well? Like, you know, the England game, Monday morning, 1 a.m. Or is that going into Tuesday morning, isn't it? McLaughlin says, is that the same stadium as the Hand of God incident, England v Mexico? That is exactly the same stadium, bro. Oh, hit the post again, rebound, and there it is. Senegal have the lead. You called it, McLaughlin. They needed to score while they were on top. And there you go. Senegal take the lead. Too busy reading the chat, but they have taken the league. Well deserved. Diallo. Well deserved. So Hamad Diarra gets the goal. What a header that was, though. Off the post. The header from Sarr. So great cross by Sadio Mane. Great flick on header by Sarr. And he's there for the rebound. Diarra of Sunderland. Great stuff. Mate, definitely a deserved lead. I'll tell you what, that Senegal manager, he's a cool guy, isn't he? Looking sharp in his suit. And the way they scored, he's just like bopping up and down like, yeah. Just bopping down the line like, yeah, I am that guy. I hope they get a second before half-time. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, that's the thing. You know, with Belgium, nothing against Belgium, but they are such a disappointing... Like McLaughlin, have you ever known a more disappointing international nation than Belgium? Honestly, they are the biggest letdowns in football history, I swear. Hydration break. First quarter's over, guys. The first quarter is over. First quarter's done. I hope they get a second before half time. My original prediction looking more likely. McLaughlin says, I hope so, Arthur. I have 3-1 as well. Cameron says, Belgium getting dominated. McLaughlin says, that score treble pays 16.48. Damn. So you've got 2-1 England, 3-1 Senegal, and 2-0 USA, yeah? Mate, this time next week, we could be millionaires. For £1, mate. If that comes in, like I said to Peter the other day, you need to get straight out and play the lottery, because that is judgment. I'm here for it. To be fair though, what did I say? I think I said USA 2-0, did I? What did I say? Where's my USA? Oh no, I said USA 2-1. For £1. Yeah, so we differ slightly. We've gone for all the same teams, McLaughlin. I've gone 2-1 England, 2-1 Senegal, and I've gone 2-1 USA. So we'll check back tomorrow. But hopefully you do the business. 35-4. England, Senegal, 11-2 USA. Fair enough. Yeah, that's a good question. Would you let it ride? Actually, if this comes in at 3-1, would you let it ride? They'll probably offer you a cash out of £400. Oh no, it's a paper copy from the bookies. Fair enough. Arthur, how do you know about cash out? This guy, he's like 13 going on 48. What's he like, the boy? That's why he goes to the bookies, so he can't change your mind. You're old school, bro. Old school. Little blue pens. Oh, all the ads. Do you know, well, that's the interesting thing, Arthur, because that's why there's such a, furore about it, because at the end of the day, the influence of gambling, there were a couple of seasons ago, it's probably still the case now, that 13 of the 20 Premier League teams are sponsored by, gambling firms. And like you say, you're exposed to it so much that it becomes second nature, even for someone at your age, do you know what I mean? Where it's even illegal to bet, but it's everywhere. And you just, it's a dangerous thing. Obviously, as long as you're not addicted, it's okay. It's a bit of fun, but some people fall through the cracks, and that's the problem. That's the danger. Trespassing on the pitch. Is that what's going on? Someone somewhere is sitting, putting £200 on De Bruyne scoring next. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's why I try and stay away from online betting. Yeah, fair enough. You got to be careful. I mean, it's an easy trap. Because there's different things in life that get you at certain points. Do you know what I mean? Boredom, frustration, wanting better opportunities. That's a great ball through there. Doku on a charge, goes down. Is he going to get a free kick? His ref's going to say, get up. Yeah, he's looking for it, dive. Yeah, you got to be careful with the old gambling thing. McLaughlin, no idea. Do you do fantasy football, bro? Let me know. I think you said you follow the Premier League though. But do you do fantasy football? Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. It's people who stick 20 quid on cartoon horses I don't get. Yeah, I hear that, man. Maybe it's just because it's that one time, that bit of fun, whatever, where they're just like, okay, you know, Grand National, giving it a go, 20 quid. Once a year is fine, but there's literally, I remember like back in the day in the bet shop, there'll be people that will, they're coming and they're just picking any old number and just still gambling. They're not even trying to learn, do you know what I mean? I missed what you asked there. Oh, I was saying, do you play fantasy football? Because I'm pretty sure you follow the Premier League, even though you obviously follow your boy Celtic. But do you play, you know, fantasy Premier League? The Catalan sets it across the box. I played the fantasy Premier League. Okay, cool. Myself as well. Arthur says, I do that one and always do the worst. Odd one, and I got 6 once and it was annoying. Fair enough. Yeah, McLaughlin, I was saying because, you know, at my workplace, I've run a competition for about 8 years now. And, yeah, do a Premier League and we throw 30 quid in a pot each. And it comes to like a top prize of about 500 quid. So because I'm going to still do it again this year, I'm going to open it up to the channel. So obviously it will get a bit more exposure. And it could probably end up being a pretty decent prize. I'm estimating, because I've got about 50 people that play normally. And yeah, we have like a top prize of like 500 quid, 250, so-and-so. But I'm thinking if I do it via the channel, just to make it more fun and get some more people in, I reckon with the reach and the exposure I'll have by then, I'll probably have it open to about 400, 500 people by then, I reckon, potentially. So it'll end up having a big old cash prize. So if you're interested in fantasy football and you want to get involved, I'll do little updates on the channel and we can see who can scoop the prize. Might be a couple of grand top prize. We shall see, my bro. My best season on that was when I had Luis Suarez as my captain. 2014 season, yeah? 2013 maybe, one of those ones. When he's smashing goals left, right and centre. I'm with you. Good run there from Sarr. Sadio Mane on the backup. To Iliman Jai. Great switches of play there from Senegal. Drittagana Gay. Arthur's done the bet. Is that what it is, yeah? Hold on. So, 400 quid. Oh, here we go. Mane in the box. Gets a shot away. Oh, unlucky Sadio. So 400 people times... Bloody hell, it's a lot of money, isn't it? Jeez. Fair enough. Yeah, to be fair, that does make sense because, yeah, the prize pot when I do it is usually about 1,200 quid. So, yeah, if there's like 400 people, yeah, you're talking about 12 grand. So if it was 12 grand, I would do like a certain amount of places. Because if there's 400 people, I would do something like maybe top 40 places just to make it interesting for people to have a chance of winning. And I was thinking I'll have a few free entries via the channel. So if people want to enter, I'll do like a spin the wheel and it will give them a free entry. Maybe I might do a competition with about 5 free entries. But everyone else that wants to play will have to pay the 30 quid to play. But I'll run the competition. I'll see how the interest is nearer the time. I'll be doing it anyway. You never know. Nobody might be interested. But I've got my normal friend group that I do it with. But yeah, I just thought if I open up to the channel, it'll be like a really big competition. Could do videos on it, little weekly updates. Who's in first place? Who's in line to win the top prize of 5 grand maybe? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Something like that. So keep an eye out for it. Even yourself, Arthur. If you win a free entry, you never know. Do your fantasy football? You could win yourself some big cash. Doku, outside. Ooh, De Bruyne reaching for it. Nobody grabs for it. Yeah, put me on the free entry thing. Yeah. Well, when the time comes, I'll remind you. There'll be a video on the channel anyway. But, yeah. You know how to play anyway. So, you know, it's all good fun. And it's a nice way of engaging. Arthur says he's brilliant at fantasy football. I'm pretty good at it myself. It's just annoying when you forget one week and you don't change a player, or you forget to captain a player or something. But still, I've got no excuses because I'm doing a YouTube channel. I'll be covering the football games as well. So no excuses from me. I'm going to be on point this season. And we've got a big, you know, there's big changes in the Premier League this season. There's no Mo Salah, who usually everyone captains, him or Haaland. So there's no Salah anymore, seeing as he dropped off and left. So yeah, it's going to be interesting with all the new players that are coming into the Prem. Right, Belgium need a response here. Need a response here. So, De Kuiper passes it to Trossard. What has he got? Oh, yes, Gary, I'll play. Fair enough. You are welcome, my bro. You are welcome to enter. All right, Trossard. Oh, lovely ball slipped into the box. What was that? That pullback was to nobody. Didn't even look up. Just played it in hopelessly. Awful ball. Belgium, no ideas. Honestly, I swear, Belgium are like a 5 times worse England. They're awful. Will they bring on the big man Lukaku in the second half? And I don't understand why they're playing this Charles de Ketelaere up top. He's not a striker, that guy. He is not a striker. So, yeah. Obviously, anyone in the chat, feel free to say hello. Throw in your bits and bobs. It's an open platform. Happy to discuss. So we've got a few minutes till half time. Just waiting to see how much additional time there is. Doku. Ooh. Goes for the cross, but it deflects and nearly lobs the keeper. The keeper Dior nearly gets lobbed there. Solid at the back from V.A.S for Senegal. What do Belgium have before half time? Oh, the Kuiper, Maxence the Kuiper, whacks one in. 30 yards angle, edge of the box. Good save by Dior. Bang, what a save. And that is definitely bending into the top bins. What a save that was. Lovely strike by Brighton's the Kuiper. All right, KDB on the corner. Needs to get his team back into it. The Kuiper got his head on a driven corner from KDB, but nothing much going on. Right, down the line now. Enjoy it. Breaking. Pap Gay comes on the stretch, tries to get a shot away, but can't. Doku goes down in a heap. Challenge at the centre of the pitch. Senegal with a strong arm tactics. 5 minutes additional time. We've already had nearly 3 minutes of it, so just 2 more left. Arta Tiate on the ball for Belgium in midfield. Exchanging it with Trossard. Plays it centrally now. Tielemans turns. 2-1 pace, Belgium. Not enough pace in their side. Trossard tries a pass, but messes it up. Tielemans to Doku, bursting clear. He's going to get fouled there, surely. Referee pulls it back. Where's he pulling it back to? That's really deep. So Dior in the goal waiting. It's been sized up now. Who's going to take this? KDB or Tielemans? It's quite far out, but it's definitely KDB territory. Kevin De Bruyne steps up, but it's the Kuiper that strikes it. Hits the wall. Wall does its job. And that's surely going to be the end of the first half. Right, Tielemans, edge of the box, floats one in, but cleared. De Bruyne takes a shot. Goes nowhere. Mostly controlled. A lot of huff and puff from Belgium, but no real quality. Disappointed. And that is half time. Let's pause it there, the timer. So at half time, we've got Belgium 0, Senegal 1. Not a surprise to me. And not a surprise to a few of the viewers in the chat as well. Cameron says, match tailed off. It certainly did. Definitely got a bit sterile and stale in the last 10 minutes. And yes, getting late in the day. And I'm feeling every minute of it now. And that match did not help. So yes, it is what it is. Hopefully the second half will be better. Belgium need to step up. Right. While it's quite... Oh, pressed the wrong button. What a prat. Right. Completely pressed the wrong button there, but hopefully the stream is still working. What have we got here on these pictures? Let's respond to this message. No, I didn't, man. It doesn't surprise me. But you know what? I mean, because I'm doing a live stream and whatnot, bro, it's already dangerous because I've already said that. I think like it's problematic because not only because of their record there, it's because it's one of the highest altitude places on Earth. So they're used to it. The temperatures are going to be like 38 degrees and England have got 4 days to acclimatise. Obviously, England have got better players, but you're playing in their home stadium, on their home ground, in their climate that they're used to, with the temperatures that they are built for. So it on paper of people thinking, look, oh, England, Mexico, but that is hard. Right, let's do the halftime stats while the chat is quiet. So it is halftime. It's Senegal. It's Belgium 0, Senegal 1. Hamid Diarra of Sunderland scored on the 25th minute. With no yellow cards in the match. And we'll go through the match stats. So Belgium had 50% possession and basically Senegal had the same. So it's 50-50, very much equal possession. The XG is 0.17 XG, 1.9 for Senegal. So, you know, they clearly could have had at least 2 goals in that game. 5 shots for Belgium, 2 on target, 7 for Senegal, 3 on target. Belgium had 16 touches in the Senegal box. Senegal had 9 touches in the Belgian box. 2 saves from Courtois, 3 from Diao. 5 aerial duels won by Belgium and 3 for Senegal. 6 fouls committed by Belgium, only 4 by Senegal. 2 corners for Belgium and just a 1 for Senegal. So those are the majority of the more interesting stats. So it is what it is. So let's see what happens. See what happens in the second half. Apologies, I am fading as we speak. Feeling the heat of the day catching up with me. So it is what it is. On that note, I have a bit of a... I've just seen a bit of a mad stat. Yeah, got a bit of a mad stat, but I'll show that to the chat shortly. Yeah, let me try and transfer this to the to my computer. Cheers, Arthur. Right, I'm going to transfer an image. So this is what England are facing. Alright, let me just get that up. Mexico record. Free line, hurry up. He says, relax, man. I'm trying. All right, check this out. Trying to get it on the script. Right. Have a look at this, Arthur, and anyone else in the chat. This is Mexico's last 89 games at the Azteca Stadium. They're competitive matches only. What do you make of that? "90 games, only 3 losses." Well, obviously they've done the last 89 to make it look even better. So yeah, obviously, yeah. But 2 defeats in 89 games. I did wonder why they stopped at 89, because obviously 3 defeats in 90 is not as impressive as 2 defeats in 89. But still, either way, it's impressive. But, you know, and look when it was. The last one was 2013, and then prior to that, June 2001. And when you think about it, Arthur, you know, look at, they're going to have, you know, games against, well, maybe not, they're not going to have qualification games like in a Copa America, but still, that is still very, very impressive. So, yeah. Did you see why I was worried about England's next game? Oh, I see. I got you. Okay. Well, the fact is they said 89. Yeah, okay. I see where you're going now. Yeah, let's hopefully so, my man. But I reckon they cut it off at 89 because probably the 90th one was a defeat. And, you know, it makes the stat look better, right? But yeah, that is still incredible. Absolutely incredible. So what do you think? Do you think you're not too worried then, Arthur? Do you think we've got merit to be what, you know? Do you think a bit of worry is merited? I definitely think so. In my opinion. I'm looking forward to this one being over. I'm feeling a pinch already. I'm feeling tired. Alright, I'll be back in a moment, chat. Just going for a quick break. Obviously it's a bit quiet, but anyone that comes in, feel free to say hello, and I'll be back shortly. Just about back in time. I nearly messed up again with the muting. But yes, just back in time for the second half. Peter, my man, how are you? Back for second half, if my timing is right. Well done, Peter. It's been a very interesting game so far. How you doing, my man? Had a nice little break from the footy. Hope you are good, bro. Enjoy. I'm going to cheat with a 2-0 prediction even though it's 1-0 halftime. I hear you, mate. Peter, have a look at this. I found this at halftime. Somebody sent it to me. You ready? This is Mexico's record in their last 89 competitive fixtures at home. You ready for this, Peter? Have a look at this. Let me know once you've seen that and let me know what you think of that. This is going back to, well, don't know how far back it is, but it's a long, long time. Did you see that, Peter? Absolutely incredible. Yeah, exactly. A green field of victories. Crazy. Only 2 defeats in 89 competitive games. And the last defeat was 2013 at home. That is strong stuff. It's kind of like Arsenal invincible territory from back in the day. Good long ball there by Arta Tiarte. Vernaken there. Lays it off to Tielemans. Tiarte with the ball back. Arthur says, Ade's ball knowledge. Ade's Liverpool ball knowledge. What are you talking about? My ball knowledge is always peaking, my man. How long did it take you to work on that little that stock rising little flowchart thing on the side? Peter says, as you said, the Euro type players seem to have the lungs for a full 90. over the smaller nation. So it's how long can we sustain energy at altitude at Mexico? Yep, this is it. That's exactly it, Peter. Be that little bit of role reversal in that sense. So, yep. Right, great play from Sadio there. He put in Hamid Diarra again. He was a penalty spot, central of the goal. Great chance. I know, he works really hard just to troll us, Peter. Quite tenacious. I hope he's taking his GCSEs this seriously. He'd be a star student if he did. What a ball over the top. Sadio! Oh, I mean, it's Jalen Star. What a goal that is, and that's 2-0. What a ball that is. I thought it was Sadio Mane there for a minute. What a goal that is. And Belgium are cooked. They are going home. What a long ball that was. Chest down. It's like a 60-yard raking pass. Over the top. Sensational goal. Took it on the run, on the chest. Bam. What a finish. Bang. And it's definitely onside. What a ball. Over the top. On his chest. Bang. That is a sensational goal. On his chest. What a chest that was. And the finish on the volley. In the corner past Courtois. Peter said, I said 2-0. Haha, you did. Hey, McLaughlin, that really was, wasn't it? That was sensational. Lee Dixon in the commentary talking about the defender wasn't close, but I mean, I'm gonna think he's not thinking like you're gonna launch a pass like that. That's all about the goal. That was sensational. 60-yard pass on the run, straight onto his chest, the control and the volley. Honestly, that really was exquisite. That was sensational. Damn. Beautiful. Ismaila Sarr. McLaughlin was bigging him up in the first half, and yeah, that was sensational. Lovely stuff. Honestly, people have been complaining about this World Cup. I just think this World Cup's been sensational. It's been excellent. It's been some phenomenal goals, great results, loads of goals. No, not really many boring games, if any. I don't think, you know, I think what was the game we was talking to Peter the other? Oh, Germany-Paraguay. That was boring. But that's about it for me. Every game's been pretty decent that I've watched. Another goal and a consolation from Lukaku at the end would do me nicely. Hope you get it, bro. He's on anyway. Lukaku, he's on. And his commentary on his chest, on his chest, on his chest. That's right. Sensational stuff. Sadio Mane there, still with the pace. Still got them burners. Ooh. I mean, taking it out of the air on your chest like that, Jesus. If I got £1 every time you said chest, you'd have about £6, to be fair. £6. Exactly, my man. Running at full tilt. Full pace. He had the afterburners on. And you know Sarr is not slow either. He never broke stride. It was, honestly, that was sensational. Exactly. How difficult is that? You know what that reminds me of? There's a Luis Suarez goal like that. Where he took it on his chest, dropped it down and went round the keeper. An amazing goal. One of the best goals I've ever seen. But that wasn't miles away from it. That was sensational. Right, what can Belgium do in response? They need a goal back quickly. If Belgium don't get one back in the next few minutes, they are cooked. Doku and De Bruyne coming off. Is that the last time you're going to see Kevin De Bruyne for Belgium? Peter says, Arthur, I've told you a million times not to exaggerate. Honestly, I was saying it in the first half, people. Are Belgium not the most disappointing football nation in terms of like trying to achieve something? They are woeful. Ismail Assar bursting clear down the left wing. Oh, good play. Jacobs runs onto it, puts the transport across to the box and it's cleared. If anyone is doing online betting on here, get Raskin on for a booking as soon as he comes off the bench for Belgium. Is that right, yeah? I don't even know the player, to be fair. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's see how close to the knuckle you are. So the winner plays United States or Bosnia. Interesting. That's a good passage. If they lose the plot, he'll be the first. Okay, fair enough. I reckon you've picked up money on him before, bro. Oh, he plays in the Scots League, I see. Plays for Rangers, right? Ah. I won a sweepstakes in the early 80s, but not had much luck since then. I hear you, bro. Every dog has their day, Peter. And your day can come round again, my man. Right, Lukebakio. Trossard to Lukaku, central. Trossard now. Back and forth. Lays it out wide to Lukebakio again. Good play there. Oh, Lukebakio trying to make his way past. 1, not 2, not 3 challenges before trying to get shot away where it's blocked. Lukaku, edge of the box. Lay it off, do something, big man. What are you going to do? Awful pass. Ooh, side netting. Looking for a corner. Tielemans looking for a corner. You're getting nothing, mate. It's true they got a VAR in the corner decisions now, haven't they? Let's have a look at this. Nah, what's he talking about? Goal kick, bro. Relax yourself. What? That's a corner? What are you talking about? Crazy work. Awful corner. People like me who bet based on a horse's name has no business in betting. That's what McLaughlin was talking about before in the first half. Wild people like you, Peter, that shouldn't be allowed near a bookmakers. Peter, we was talking about some crazy bets. I used to work in a bookmakers, and I think I told you about the story about the guy that bet £1 million on Cape Verde in the first match. We were talking about it before. He bet £1 million or dollars to win 80,000 clear, and obviously Cape Verde drew, so he lost £1 million. But also in my younger days when I was working in the bookmakers, I had a guy come in every week. He'd bet on a Champions League or a European match. And yeah, so he came in about 4 weeks on the spin. He'd bet on a really obvious game like Real Madrid at home to Club Brugge or something like that. He'd put £1,000 down and he would cash in the next day and walk away with, say, his original £1,000 and an extra 60 quid. And he would say to me, it's easy money, it's free money. I'll never lose. I'm like, mate, just one day you'll come unstuck. Yeah, against Spain, exactly. That's what he did. He bet £1 million on Spain to beat Cape Verde. So yeah, so this guy, he kept coming in 4 or 5 weeks on the trot. And on the 5th week, it was during the Alex Ferguson pomp era of Man United. He put £1,000 down at home, Champions League, Man United to beat Galatasaray. It was the famous night because it was Turkish team's first win in England. And Galatasaray beat, the mighty Man United of the day 1-0. And did I see that guy ever again? No. So £1,000, he kept risking it, trying to win 60 here, 70 quid there. Crazy. Arthur says that's how it should be, bet on the coolest names. That is exactly it, Peter. That is exactly it. So obviously you can look at it and say, let's call it on anything. You've got 60 to 80 quid profit return each time. So you're looking at what? Probably about 14, 15 results to cover yourself. So I guess it's like how many times back then, let's say in the late 90s, the very late 90s, how many times would you get a result like that? Where the home team wouldn't win. And at the end of the day, it's not like it's not like Galatasaray had to win. All they had to do was draw. Obviously, they lost that game, which is even worse. But do you know what I mean? How many times does the home team not win when it's the really big team? To be honest with you, technically speaking, if you did the maths on, say, Barcelona at home, you'd probably end up never losing, if that makes sense. You'd probably cover yourself, make money. But what a risk. Abdul says gambling is haram and unacceptable in Islam. Yes, very true, my man. Very, very true. There's always that thing, isn't it, Abdul? There's always that thing with, well, especially in a British culture where a little bit of fun can cross over the line to hardcore gambling. That's the problem. McLaughlin said, here's the bookings starting for Belkike. You did say, let's see. Fantasy football is haram and unacceptable in Islam. Really? Even fantasy football, yeah? Oh, because of the cash prize? Or... That's a difficult one. I'll be honest, it is quite a difficult one in a sense. Good chest down by Lukaku there. But that's mad. So Abdul, I run a fantasy football competition. I have done at work for the last 8 years. I didn't know that, by the way, Abdul. Do you know how many Muslim people I have in my fantasy football group? I've got at least 8 to 10 Muslims in my group that play fantasy football. That's news to me, bro. Peter says, I think I've done the lottery twice since its inception. Last week being number 2. That's because I tempted you into it. But I didn't know that, Abdul. I did not know that. But yeah, I'm very surprised because, like I said, there's a lot of Muslim people in my or Islamic people in my competition. When money's involved, yeah, wow, yeah. When money's involved, yeah, it's not a lot of money. Maybe here's the thing, Abdul. Let me break it down for you. So obviously, you know what fantasy football is, and obviously you can addiction is haram. Yeah, 100%. So imagine with the scratch cards are better. Oh, they're far worse. So Abdul, anyway, when I do the fantasy football, it's not to make profit, by the way. It's like, so what I did, it's a very small competition. People that want to enter, they pay their entry fee, and whoever wins, there's a breakdown, top 10 placing, they all get a cash prize. Not necessarily, obviously, people are out for it. Anyway, the point of it is this, is that anybody that enters, all of the money gets paid back out, if that makes sense. So, where was I going with my original point? I'm getting tired. Oh, right, yeah. Well, obviously, a lot of people enter fantasy football naturally, not trying to win a prize. Do you know what I mean? They're just playing because it's fantasy football and they want to play the game. So, yeah, it is interesting. Fantasy football is a very complex mind game. It can be. I would say off the top of my head, though, it's not the kind of thing where somebody naturally enters it to try and win money, because that would be foolhardy in a sense of, because the top prize for fantasy football in the world is some really minuscule prize, and you're up against 8 million people. There's no way. So it is just in my eyes, it is just a fun game, but it's obviously how people are in general. If they are the kind of person that's tempted by persistent trying to win money, I guess, as it were. But that's interesting. I did not know that fantasy football was haram. I did not know that. Arthur, is it haram to play something that you don't pay for? Is it haram to play something that you don't pay for something, but there is a prize? Good question. You do have to be paying attention. It is a lot. To be honest with you, most people start fantasy football and just give up after a few weeks anyway, once the novelty wears off. But that's a good question, Arthur. I'll let Abdul answer that. Tielemans outside of the box for Lukaku. Played out wide. So we just finished the third quarter, guys. Going into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is about to begin. Hydration break. Here we go. Abdul says, it's haram. I give my trust to God, Allah. I just keep to myself. People change. People play mind games. I hear you, my man. The thing is, though, Abdul, I hear what you're saying. Obviously, you've got to have your beliefs, etc., and you've got to have your way of life. But obviously, as well, not obviously, but you also got to try. Not to say this is you, but you have to try and have faith in humanity. That not everyone is. What's the word? Not everyone is out and is corrupted in this world, and I think it can be an easy trap to fall into. There are good people out there that do live their life right, and sometimes there's people out there that are doing things that are against other people's beliefs and they don't even know. Like, so for example, like you just mentioned, fantasy football. Obviously, maybe that's down to me and not knowing, but most people I think wouldn't know that. But yeah, it is very interesting, and I know what you mean. Obviously, you have to live your life right, good and bad in people. 100%, my man, 100%. But it's when people willingly know that they're doing wrong. That's the difference. There's people out there that don't even know. I reckon, like I said, in my fantasy football competition that I've been running for 8 years, I've got about 50 people in there. And like I said, there's going to be Islamic people in there. Now, obviously, some of them must know then. They must know that it's haram if there's a small chance of a cash prize. But I would assume there's others that are probably a little bit ignorant to it. Not ignorant because they're ignorant people. They're just some people don't educate themselves, right? But yeah, good side to a person and also bad side to a person. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And none of us are perfect, my man, as you know. And I think the best thing to do is that just try and do the best you can in life. And when any bad ideas or bad intentions come up, try and put them aside. And then push the positive thoughts out, But yeah, very interesting, man. Like, obviously, that's the good thing about talking. We can all learn a lot from each other. And it is definitely very interesting, bro. See, now, Abdul, when I start the competition next season, I'll have to ask those people because, like I said, I think there's probably, maybe I'm a bit high with 10, but there's definitely about 8 Islamic people in the fantasy football. So I'm going to ask them why they're playing, if they know it's haram. I'm going to ask them. People keep secrets from partners, family and friends. I try to be transparent, genuine and trust. Yeah, that's right, man. That's the way to be, bro. That is the way to be. Arthur says, is buying McDonald's when it's Monopoly time haram because it is technically gambling? Jeez, what a question. Abdul, he is coming with a technicality question there. What do you think? So, what do you think of that question? That's a brilliant question. He's dressed it up really well. Let's see your thoughts on that, Abdul. Not to catch you out, but just see your thoughts on the way it breaks down. Arthur, that is a phenomenal question. It's exactly right, Abdul. Peter summed it up right there. You're on a good path and you're trying to live your life right. Just like McMauler, very similar. So that's good. More power to you, bro. But Arthur, that is a very, very good question. And Arthur, if you peel off Mayfair, I want it, yeah? Right, ball free. Here he is. Yeah, but he's putting a theoretical question in there. As in, sorry, it's you, Arthur. You're putting a theoretical question. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what Abdul thinks of that one. Peter says, took me about a minute to figure out Arthur's question. Haven't been Mackie D's in years. Fair enough. Yeah, because obviously you get you can win prizes there, or you can obviously win a big cash prize there. Was it 50 grand, 250 grand? And obviously you can win free food, etc. So it's a really good question, really clever. Right. What an awful ball that was. Poor Sadio Mane was stretching his legs there. There's no chance of getting that ball. Abdul says, I haven't been to McDonald's. Vaz and chat, why do people use your time and want something from you? I haven't been... Right, so let's break that down. So Vaz and chat, why do people... Yeah. Arthur, you are a fool. Right, anyway, Vaz and chat, why do people use your time and want something from you? I don't know. I think it's just... Yeah, I know. I'm getting tired, mate. I thought you probably catch me one more time. I'm so cooked. Abdul, I think what it boils down to is that... Oh, what a strike that was. Very close that was. From pulling one back... Lukeba. Yeah, so what it is, Abdul, I think there's people out there that naturally want to take. Just naturally, just for take's sake. So there's people out there that will want your time, your attention, they'll want your... Some people just see, I think a lot of it's subconscious, Abdul. They see it as a challenge. It's like, yeah, look, what can I get from somebody? How can I use others? It's and sometimes it's something that feeds something else. Do you know what I mean? It's a difficult one, really. It's a good question. Some people just think they need to find something to do with their time, or they're so lazy that they don't go and do individual pursuits to improve themselves or educate themselves. They just want to take the lazy option and go and try and take something off somebody else. Do you know what I mean? So, same principle is when you get young people that go around mugging others. They don't want to work hard and study and go and make money, but they're happily go and rob somebody and take theirs. So, it's a difficult one. Sadio Mane now. Bad first touch. Into the box. It's cut out. Peter says, getting something for free is addictive, Abdul. There you go. Abdul says they do it in a slight and mischievous way. Yep, 100%. Arthur says ageist. Coming from you, Arthur, there's a saying, people in glass houses, people that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Because you're on my boy Peter about the care home. Yeah, this is it, Arthur. This is it, Abdul. You have to be... What I'm getting at is that obviously it's also a case of, in life, I've always been the kind of person, Abdul, where I'm willing to give anybody a chance, no matter what. Even if it's like, call me foolish. I'm happy to give someone rope, and are they going to let themselves down? I don't want to prejudge people. I never want to get to the point where I feel so cynical that I can't give my fellow man or woman a chance. For whatever it may be. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not just going to go, oh, yeah, somebody new comes to me, hey, give me £1,000. I'll go, oh, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, pay me back, yeah? Yeah, sure, buddy. But, you know, I will give someone a chance. I always take someone at face value. Give me an opportunity to believe in you. That's the way I've kind of always lived my life, Abdul. Give me the opportunity to believe in you. Instead of, don't give me the opportunity not to live, you know. Don't give me the opportunity not to believe in you. That's kind of the way I think of it in the opposite. Give me the reason to believe in you and not the other way around. But then that's me. I'm very much a very positive person. I'm very much a glass half full person where it depends how you are. Because obviously we all naturally have these questions. But the thing is though, Abdul, even from birth, there will be people that are just, you will know this anyway. People are born naturally pessimistic. They look at a glass. Is this bottle half full or is it half empty? Obviously, you know, you get the premise. If the water level had been there. Arthur says, I don't live in a glass house, so I can throw a stone. Right. Peter says, adult prison sentences should start at 13. Mate, I reckon we should make exceptions for the rules for certain people. Peter says, I'm a top worrier. See, I'm not. I'm the complete opposite. I don't worry about a thing. I don't worry about anything. In my mind, everything's going to be all right. But that's just me. That's what I mean. I'm not a pessimist at all. Arthur says it doesn't make sense to say half empty. But that's the thing. That's the thing, Arthur. I agree with you. I know what you mean. But obviously, it's just the way some people will see it. But I'm with you, to be honest. Who are the exceptions? Yeah, there might be one person in the chat, Arthur, that Peter thinks should be an exception. So that's the thing. We could look at this bottle now, going back to the premise. Abdul says, is Arthur 13 years old and does he consent to be in the V.A.S channel? It's got a good point there, actually. I know there was some new social media law changes, but so looking at this bottle, now there's way more than half of this bottle has been drunk. But as far as I'm concerned, there's still water in this bottle. So, you know, well, some people might look at it, oh, it's nearly finished. Nothing left. But there is something left. Yeah, exactly, Pete. You're saying I've hardly got any water left. But I'm saying, but I look at it as like, yeah, but I've still got a few mouthfuls. I'm not looking at it as how much is left. I'm looking at how much is still in there. I guess it's just semantics in the way we see things. Arthur says, I'm an adult according to number 10. Oh, ball breaks. Sadio Mane. Oh, great shot and save by Courtois. Would that have been offside though? Yo, Sir Pat's just been out for a walk wearing a vest top. It's still 22 degrees out there. I'm still buzzing after the England win. Life's good, boys. That's a lovely message, Sir Pat's. Positive. That's what we like, my brother. Arthur says, Abdul says, can you vote? Peter says, I would be to the fridge for a new one at that level, so I wouldn't run out. Fair enough. Fair enough. Peter, what are you like? Arthur says, who? I guess he's saying to you, Abdul. I mean, messing you two up. I'm getting tired. But yeah, Pats, I'm glad to hear you're still buzzing, mate. Oh, so Pats, stay there, guys. Have a look at this. I showed Arthur this at half time, and I showed Peter as well. Have a look at this, Sir Pats. And have a look at this, Abdul. You ready? Right, Mane just on the charge. You see what Sadio does. Go on, Sadio, son. So, right, have a look at this. This is Mexico's. Sir Pats, this might not cheer you up. This depends on how optimistic you are, Sir Pats. Have a look at this. This is Mexico's last 89 competitive matches, spanning back goodness knows how many years. This probably goes back to something like 1996. Let us know what you think of that, guys. Lukaku's got an equaliser. Lukaku. And here you go. Where is he, McLaughlin? Where are you, brother? He's cashing in. 2-1. 4 minutes to go. We're definitely... Here he is. Ooh. Here he is. 2-1. Come on, Senegal. Mate, you are the judge, McLaughlin. You are the judge. So what do you need now? You need it to stay the same. And 2-0, right? Oh, you need a third. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, yeah, you did 3-1. I forgot, Arthur. Who predicted 2-1, Arthur? Arthur, who predicted 2-1? Is the veteran arcade soldier 2 for 2 today? Yeah, and obviously, yeah, if you see the last, look at the last 89 games for Mexico. Hell's teeth, mate. That's impressive. I think the final could be between Mexico and France. Mate, that is a crazy stat. And obviously, as we was chatting up yesterday, etc., and obviously all the things going against, and England, Natasha said that England are flying out there, St. Pat's, on Friday. Not even tomorrow. They're flying out there Friday. Ooh, good chance there. Flying out there Friday to start acclimatization, and then they're kicking off on Monday night. So it's like, it's a dangerous game. So we are definitely up against it. But, you know, it's a 1 a.m. job. So I'm definitely going to be there. You need to be a mathematician to work out McLaughlin's bets. Right, so what can they do? And you know what? There's a good chance of another goal because obviously Belgium are going to be throwing everything at it for the last few minutes. And that could lead to the break. To be honest with you, I'd rather it end up 3-1 so McLaughlin can cash in. Let's hope so. But if it does end up 2-1, I'm taking it as the judge. Abdul says, who was Mexico playing in South and North America to get that record? Yeah, exactly. That is true. Because a lot of it's qualification. It's in, he's flopped! 2-2. I said there could be another goal. But oh my days, Senegal have thrown it in the bin. Absolutely thrown it in the bin. Wow. Shock. Senegal have absolutely tapped out. Ridiculous. How do you... Oh, they've thrown it away. They're shell shot. They are going to crumble. They are done. I don't think you recover from throwing it away like that. That is awful. Trossard throws it into the box. Nobody's offside there. Keeper, what are you doing? Where is Edouard Mendy, by the way? Who is this DL? Where's Edouard Mendy? Could have been a penalty the way he punched Tielemans in the head. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, well, McLaughlin, your bet's gone down in flames, but you said equaliser on their first goal. Foreshadowing, I know, man. It's football, isn't it? It's just anything can happen. Oh, Edouard Mendy's injured. No wonder. There's no way this guy would start over Mendy. That was shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. After taking the victory in the fact that I got it wrong. This guy. Belgium are awful. Wow. Peter says, I'm changing my prediction. How have they thrown this away? 2-0 up with 4 minutes to go, by the way. Awful. Arthur says this might be the biggest bottle job in history. It's not miles off it. It is a big 7 minutes. Lukaku bursting through, lays it off to the side. Tielemans just... Oh my days. Could have ended up anywhere. Shambolic stuff. So, Pats, what's Belgium's normal football kit? Isn't it red? It is. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right, you know. Yeah, because on the promo for the video, I had them in a red kit. I wonder why they're wearing that. Senegal fans can't believe it. Deep crossing. Dior actually collects it this time. Why is he doing that for? Kicking out there? Stupid. Going to get the foul. Yeah, question marks over this Senegal keeper. Shocking. Thrown it away. They only beat rubbish Ecuador 2-0. Mexico. Yeah, but Ecuador was giving... Who did Ecuador give a really good game? Was it Germany, wasn't it? Hold on, who did Ecuador give the really good game to? Can't remember. Oh, if he flicked that over his head, put that into Tielemans' path. Talking about tapping. Game over. Lovely cut inside there by Jacobs. Pat Matassar. Right, Lamine and Kamara right wing. Few bits in the chat. 1 second. Abdul said, Cameron says, Arthur says they only beat rubbish Ecuador 2-0. Cameron says mad game. It certainly is. Abdul says, who is better, Ecuador or Colombia? I just feel they are similar teams. I think Colombia is definitely better than Ecuador. Definitely. Arthur says, go, 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 Senegal. Arthur says Colombia. Yeah, I agree. Yusuf says, it's coming home. That's it, my bro. It's coming home. We've got you now supporting England, Yusuf. That's what we like to see, my bro. How are you, sir? Let us know. Don't forget, everyone, drop a like on the chat. Drop a like on the stream. Boost the channel. But Yusuf, good to see you, my bro. Abdul says, Assalamu alaikum. Yusuf, how are you? Welcome to the like and subscribe. Yusuf is already a channel member. He's an absolute legend. But of course, every time you come onto the chat stream, just drop a like on the video. Perfect. But how are you doing, Yusuf? Enjoying the game? Did you like the England game? Enjoying this game, this crazy game? Ooh. Idrissa Gana gave a long distance shot. How have Senegal thrown this away? Arthur says, Germany gone, England in, it's coming home. What's happened here? Arthur says, OMG, long ball over the top. Chested down by Tiate. Arthur's on some absolute waffle. Abdul said, this game is going to potentially extra time and potentially a penalty shootout. I think you're right, Abdul. It could do. Yusuf says, Harry Kane will take England further, bro. That's right. Big Harry. Big H. The top man. But look at this, Abdul. I'll show you in a sec, yeah? Just give me two... Abdul, sorry. Sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm mixing up everyone's names. Pathetic. Yusuf, have a look at this. Yusuf, have a look at this, yeah? Right, guys. Let's see your opinion on it. Whoever didn't notice it before. So, Yusuf, this is Mexico's last 89 qualifying matches. So, Yusuf, you ready? This is Mexico's last 89 games, competitive matches. 2 defeats in 89 games, spanning back nearly 30 years. 2 defeats in Mexico for their at home. So what do you think now, Yusuf? You still think it's coming home, bro? Please let me know. Yeah, but Arthur, even so, man. Even so. That is still impressive. On any scale. On any scale, that is impressive. Yeah, I mean, the truth, yeah, you're right, Arthur. Of course, they're not going to be playing against... amazing teams all the time, but still. Considering that maybe the USA would have been there a few times and obviously, you know, Canada, etc. So, there's going to be the odd nation there. Right, so Pat says, say we beat Mexico, who potentially will we play next? Arthur's already got me there. Brazil or Norway, that's the one. So that's going to be a good game there. Abdul says 89 games with unknown South America, North America. Yeah, very true, very true. But still, 89 games is 89 games. Cheers, Arthur. So Pat says, US are rubbish. Peter says, are they gone all half glass with Mexico? No, nah, don't try it, bro. This channel, you lot are corrupt. Everyone just turning back, stabbing each other in the back. Now look, I said it yesterday and the day before. Yeah, I'm wilting like those roses. Now, seriously. My biggest concern is not even about the quality of the player. It's just the conditions. If it was an even playing field or it was like an air-conditioned stadium, it's a 60-40 England, even though it's Mexico advantage. But the weather... The fact it's going to be like 38 degrees. The altitude is just a lot. They don't lose there. And look, we've all watched football a long time. You get those teams that get promoted that have ended up being unbeaten all season. They come up to the Prem and they start strong and they stay strong. So this team does not lose at home. That is the thing. That is just literally facts. They do not lose at home. So it is what it is. Let's see. Peter, you're a fool. Alright, I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just laying the groundwork. I'm just laying the groundwork. Pete, you got me there. I like it. I respect it. I respect the game. Peter says altitude advantage. Exactly. Abdul says, will the Mexican fans be hostile or friendly, polite people? Well, whatever it takes to win, right? Whatever it takes to win, I would imagine. Imagine how much money it costs to go and follow all these teams everywhere. Jeez. We shall see, though, on Monday night, Abdul. Is everyone going to be up watching that one late? I'm definitely going to watch that one. 1 a.m. It's going to be a tough one, but got to be up for that. Arthur says they lost to Honduras. Name one player from Honduras. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Couldn't name anyone from Honduras now, let alone 13 years ago. So I'll give you a quick recap, just explain to myself. So basically, they were winning 2-0 with 4 minutes to go, Senegal. And then they just equalised 2 goals in the last 4, threw it away. Now it's extra time.
Oh my God.
Literally threw it away. I'll tell you what, while this game's happening, I'm going to have a look at some of the opponents that Mexico have been playing in competitive matches. Let's have a look. No, Arthur, don't try it. Ha! Don't try it. To be fair, I just looked at their results. They just lost to Czech Republic before the World Cup started. 3-0 at home. That's poor. So that gives me a lot more hope. Oh no, somebody filled it in wrong. No, they didn't actually. No, tell a lie. So friendly, they slapped Serbia. Anyway, I'm looking on Wikipedia. My bad. Somebody filled it in that Czech Republic had beaten them at the Azteca Stadium, but no, it was the other way around. Somebody just messed around with Wikipedia because obviously everybody knows you can edit Wikipedia to say whatever you want. They beat Serbia 5-1, Australia 1-0, Ghana they beat 2-0 in a friendly. Belgium they drew, that was in Soldier Field. Portugal was 0-0 at the Azteca Stadium. But that was a friendly, that was Portugal. So big Portugal couldn't beat them there in a friendly. I wonder if they had Ronaldo and the boys. Slapped Iceland, beat Bolivia, Panama, Paraguay, Uruguay in a friendly. Didn't beat them there. Ecuador, Colombia. Oh no, they lost to... Oh no, that was in America. Jamaica. El Salvador. Panama, United States. So to be fair, you are correct in the chat. They basically just play a load of rubbish. So, fair enough. Let's see what happens. It's going to be good though. It's going to be good. All right, substitute now. Let's go. Last one for Senegal. Bit risky, I think. 25 minutes left and doing a sub now. What if you get an injury? Crazy. Sadio Mane off, the legend. Not even going to be on to take a penalty, Sadio, if it goes that far. They kicked off. Oh, mate. Arthur, thanks for that. I'm gone. My head is gone. I'm so fried. All right. Let's change that clock. I'm really annoyed at Senegal. I wanted them to just finish the game so I could go to bed. All right. Cheers for that, Arthur. Well, you can't. Yeah, I know, exactly. I can't even lie. I felt like such a loser the other day when I went to bed and didn't finish watching Paraguay. But honestly, I was absolutely fried. Peter felt sorry for me in the chat and said, just go to bed, lad. You're finished. But yep, extra 30 for you, Gary. What's that? It's not... Gary says I wanted to go to bed. Yeah, exactly. Me too, mate. Yeah, extra 30 for you, Gaza. Unless you can't be bothered, of course. Yeah, if this had just been like how I felt the other night, honestly, I was hanging on by an absolute thread. Wow. But going back to what Abdul was saying before, I think the fans are quite cordial. The thing is as well, Abdul as well, you know, when you visit most countries, like the local, you know, the government and the authorities, you have to be on point when foreigners come to visit the country because it's a massive tourist attraction. In terms, you know, there's kind of a lot of tourist responsibilities. So it's not like over here where, obviously we have a booming tourist trade, but in some countries it is literally the lifeblood. So country like Mexico, that's going to be dependent a lot on American tourism, a lot of European tourism. The locals, you know, residents are going to be under strict rules to make sure they are on best behaviour, because otherwise it affects money coming into the country. Peter says, the day after your match retirement, I nearly fell asleep standing up. Yeah, well, there you go, mate. This is it, Peter. Good ball out wide, but Arta Tiata crosses too deep into the box. Thomas Meunier, the veteran, too deep once again. The crossing is just going awry. I think that both these teams would settle for a penalty shootout right now. Ooh. 20 to go, I know, mate. I'm counting every minute. Then penalties. What do we reckon, guys? Do you reckon anyone's going to win it in normal, or is it going to go penalties? Somebody said this earlier, didn't they? Was it you, Abdul? You said it was going to go extra time and penalties, I think. That was a good shout. I think it was yourself, Abdul, that said that. Right, good ball into the box. Oh, lovely back heel there. Very slick. I think he said, somebody said it, I think it was Abdul, he said it would be a draw at full time and then extra time and then penalties. But he didn't say who was good. No, it was Natasha, actually. Wow, Lukaku had a chance there. Ball floats into the box. Actually, it was Natasha. I'm going back to the big... Oh, no, the chat can't go back that far. Yeah, it was Natasha, I think. She said extra time penalties. But she didn't say who would win. So fair play to Natasha. Sharp lady. She knows her stuff. Someone said 3-2, someone on pens. Decent shout from them. Oh, awful giveaway there. Trossard, poor giveaway. Just played it across the field without even looking. Got away with one there, Trossard. Oof. Raskin, bad shot from the Rangers player. I mean, it was a rubbish shot, but it could have gone anywhere, right? Somebody could have stuck a foot in and deflected it somewhere. Great feet from Trossard there. He sat him down. Yeah, that Raskin shot was going nowhere, but look at the advancing player. Two players, even Trossard could have got on the end of that. I feel like if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Belgium from here. Seem like they're finishing a stronger team. Senegal just seem a little bit deflated. Yeah, half time. There it is. I think both of these teams will settle for penalties. Oh, cheers. Yeah, I am cooked. Get me these penalty shootouts. Let's just get this over and done with. See who goes through. Because I have lost the plot. Is this Mbai that came on? Is he the player that plays for PSG? Okay, Juve winding up for the long throw. Look back here, passes it over short. Trossard wide. Tielemans still going. And by with a 1-2. Flashed across the box. Dangerous. So Pat says, am I hearing right? Have Liverpool signed a player today? Yeah, just Jeremy Jacquet. That they did the deal in January, St. Pat's. And yeah, they just signed it all off officially today. But yeah, it's it's Van Dijk's new partner for next season. 20-year-old, 6'3" Frenchman. So we're gonna see how that goes. Right, into the box, Charlie. Oh, Mbaye just clips it wide of the post. Wow. Peter says I try and jinx a goal by saying defo penalties. I hear that, mate. I hear you, Peter. Peter says, oh yeah, I watched that LFC official vid too. Oh, I thought that deal was already... Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Like, I thought they'd already signed it all off, and it just became... I think it just becomes official 1st of July. Because obviously, like the players' contracts always go up to June the 30th. So it's... July the 1st is always the official signing on day, isn't it? So... But I think it's more a case of the way they announced it. Like, it was like you're saying, it's a little bit confusing because the way they dropped it, I read it, I'm like, well, this is old news. We know he was going to... Basically, obviously, as you know, he's officially become a Liverpool player today. He was already a Liverpool player anyway. So, just like today, Munoz has become a Liverpool player, or whoever such and such has bought. Like Andy Robertson has officially become a Spurs player today. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So yeah, just semantics, I guess, regarding transfers. But yeah, I'm predicting over the next couple of weeks. Well, it's a bit not really a bold prediction, but Liverpool need to get something done in the next week and a half. They have to sign. They've got at least to get 5-6 more players. I know we said yesterday that you'd be happy going in there, St. Pat's, with what we have. But if they are going to make these signings, they've got to start getting a move on. But it's going to be interesting to see. Trossard going off. I know, Peter. It's a horrible one, isn't it? Seeing the Tottenham stands calling him Robbo. So Pat says, mate, any news on Curtis Jones? Did I hear Forest? Yeah, that was the rumour about a week ago. But obviously, they've just lost Vitor Pereira, the Nottingham Forest manager. He's just resigned today, or he's been sacked, or mutual consent. So now they're saying that... it's Oliver Glasner is now the new Nottingham Forest manager. So that is a big coup. Oliver Glasner of Big Crystal Palace. So that is a proper feather in the cap of Nottingham Forest. And now they're saying that might scupper any potential move for Curtis Jones. Now look, if Curtis Jones doesn't want to stay, or Liverpool don't want to give him the money, whatever it is, I wouldn't mind him going to Forest because it's a good club for him. They're just getting 116 million for, obviously, and Elliot Anderson. So if they've got 116 for him, they can at least cough up 40 million for Curtis Jones. So, yeah, let's see where it goes. I'd like Curtis to stay. I do find him a little bit frustrating at times, but I'd rather keep Curtis Jones than McAllister, I'll tell you that. But yeah, no new news. But I'm sure the news is going to start coming out, St. Pat's, over the next week or so. But yeah, Peter, Robbo at Spurs, never thought we'd say that. Yep. It's going to be weird playing, seeing him come to Anfield and play against us. It's going to be very strange. Right, good step over there. Sarr. That's the Tottenham Sarr, that is. Poor cross. Curtis will be gutted he's not getting a Milano lifestyle. Yeah, 100%. Oh, great strike from the edge of the box there. From the youngster. I mean, I think Liverpool do take the mick with some of their contracts. Curtis Jones has been on the same contract since he burst into the first team. It's quite scandalous, really. I think he's been on the same contract since he was since 2022. It's not right. But I don't understand why he's... I think Curtis Jones is on $5,000 a week. Obviously, in layman's terms, it's a lot of money, but for a footballer, it's nothing. Imagine you're in a dressing room and you're on $5,000 a week, and everyone's on 100, 200, 300. You must feel like an absolute idiot. Not that you deserve to get paid on the same level as a Van Dijk or Salah, but it must be crazy. Or I think he's on 15k a week, something like that. They did it to Genie, Diaz, 15k a week. I think, yeah, so I mean, I think Diaz was on 50 grand when he came, or 45, something like that. And obviously, once you're there 2-3 years and you're putting in all that effort, but they signed a contract, so in some ways, Liverpool's in their right, aren't they, Peter, to say, well, you signed a contract, that's what you agreed to get paid, now you don't like it. I don't know what I didn't know about the Genie one. I know Genie wanted to stay and get an extended bumper contract, but they're like, now you're 30. You're 30 years of age, see you later. Curtis was 15. Oh, there you go, exactly, yeah. Exactly, 15. I mean, imagine that. You're sitting next to Mo Salah in a dressing room, he's getting 400 grand, and you have to work. Do you know what I mean? He gets, Mo Salah in 1 week gets what Curtis Jones gets in like 8 months. That's mad. Like, El Malish Diouf. Good corner. Senegal kind of stepping it up. We've got 5 minutes to go. Penalty shootouts. This is looking nailed on for penalties, Peter. Nailed on. That's going to go off. Peter I was saying they lowballed Diaz and Genie. Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, they definitely lowballed. They definitely lowballed Diaz, and yeah, I'll take your word for it about the Genie. I wasn't. I don't know. I wonder what he was on while he was here, but yeah, they definitely lowballed Diaz. Considering as when they bought in Diaz, I'm surprised that his people signed up for that because he got brought like Diaz got brought in on a 50 million deal. Or rising to 50 million. So you'd have thought, you know, the normal mathematics would be if you get brought in as a 50 million player, you're going to be on at least 100 grand, right? Do you know what I mean? Peter says that Gakpo contract must have proper set the cat amongst the pigeons, considering how cheap they were with. Exactly. That's what I've never understood that. I think they're saying that there might be some kind of bonus related and stuff, and that's why I don't know if it's a little bit of an in joke because they're like that's why Gakpo's always cutting in to take a shot. Try and get a match bonus to top off his wages. But yeah, the rumours of him being on like 250, 275 for Gakpo. Crazy. But they gave big money to... it's weird, Liverpool are quite... They're funny with their stuff in the sense they put Gakpo and... what's his name? Gakpo and Gravenberch on big money. And then other players are like, nah, we're not even discussing, not having negotiations. Ball across the goal. Oh my God! Is that the post? Crossbar. Luka Bacchio. Oh my days! How have Belgium not nicked it? Last seconds. 4 minutes before Penzarth says, "Just hit the bar." Unbelievable! Got to score that, right, Arthur? They have to score that. Fizzes it across, misses everyone. Comes to Luka Bacchio, 10 yards out, blazes it over. He's got to score that. 12 yards out. Keep it down. Oh, he blazes it over. Got to score. Awful. 10 yards over. Awful. As in, you know what? Composure. That's when you want Trossard on the pitch. If that's Trossard, that's in. So Pat says, yeah, so Curtis earns approx 780 grand a year plus add-ons and sponsorship. Not bad for a 25-year-old, but consider, obviously, look, he's no Mo Salah, Pat. Yeah, give me a pen, I'd sign that. But so Pat, imagine he's there with Mo Salah and he gets that. Mo Salah gets that in 2 weeks. And Curtis is there for a year. So they're looking at a possible penalty? Nah, come on. Oh, drama. They won't give it, Arthur says. I didn't really see it, really. Peter says to Sir Pat, that's it, Sir Pat. Million a year and king in his hometown, heaven. Players are so overpaid nowadays. Ooh, I don't know. It's really clumsy by Lamine Camara. Really clumsy. I think they might give that. Oh. What do we reckon, people? He's going to give this, right? He's gone to the monitor. He's gone to the screen, Arthur. That's bad news. That is bad news for Senegal. I mean, he's not even looking, is he? I mean, this is super harsh. He's going to give it, though. Surely he's going to give it. He's just gone to clear the ball, and he stopped Tielemans from getting it. Is Tielemans going to score from there, though? That's the question. With the right foot, is Tielemans going to likely score? No. Oh, that angle doesn't look great. The first angle looks bad. That's not right, given that. There was no intent. Exactly. Tielemans runs into it. And it's not like Tielemans with his left foot is looking to turn that in. I wouldn't give that. How long does he need? You're a bloody professional referee. That angle's the one. That's bad. Just let it go to penalties, bruv. Why give yourself a headache? He's going to give it. He just... I mean, fair, but I suppose he's giving himself enough time to think. He looks like an idiot, this guy, anyway. He looks well annoying. He's going to give it. It's a penalty. Nah, at this time in the game, pen should be the answer unless you score an outright goal. Arthur says, terrible call. So Pat says, injustice. I mean, wow. How harsh is that? Lamine Camara plays his football in League 1. He's provided a proper League 1 moment. And Tielemans goes down like he's been hit by a sniper from the top of the stadium. Senegal. Cannot believe it. Do you know what's a real shame? Is why that Lukaku didn't just score the the effort and that hit the bar. What's going on here? This is just nonsense. Cool. Can I just go to bed, please? What's going on? I'll mute until I see the pen result in chat. Cease down on the floor. Something's happened here. You know what? It's not even joking, right? Because obviously Senegal walked off the pitch, didn't they, when Morocco was about to get a penalty in the African Cup of Nations. Are Senegal going to do something crazy here? Oh, okay. So they've just dropped that new rule. FIFA have said that if anybody tries to walk off the pitch and forfeit the game, anybody tries to walk off in protest, they forfeit the game. So they can't do that. Yeah, don't listen to Arthur. He's waffling. Come on, just get the guy out of the way, man. Just get on with it. People got sleep to get to. They're trying to say it's an elbow. The thing is, though, guys, what I would say is that it's harsh, but you know what? Senegal have only got themselves to blame. They had this game on lock, 2-0 up, 4 minutes to go, and they've literally thrown it in the bin. The longer you cause consternation. Is this game going to have the ultimate drama of Lukaku? Big Rom. Is he going to miss? And maybe justice will be served. Romelu Lukaku. Record Belgian goal scorer of all time. Lukaku to take. He's taken 42 penalties and scored 38, so he's missed 4. Arthur's have beat us to it. Tielemans taken it. Tielemans, dead ball specialist. Well, I'm surprised Lukaku didn't want to be the man. Well, Tielemans don't look like he's playing. Yeah, this is in. Oh my days, have you ever seen a better penalty than that in your life? Have you ever seen a better pressure penalty than that? That was literally postage stamp. Absolutely ridiculous penalty. Honestly, pressure penalty, that is one of the greatest pressure penalties I've ever seen. Ridiculous. That was so chilled. Training ground. My days. Wow. Let's just update the score. What is that? And Lee Dixon on commentary said that's one of the best strikes of the ball. Well, obviously, Lee Dixon clearly doesn't watch Tielemans that much because that guy just scores absolute bangers. That penalty was absolutely sensational. Peter says, oh dear. And that is it. What a comeback from Belgium. They were dead and buried. And now they're going through to the next round. Lamine Camara has thrown it away for his country. But in all honesty, Senegal blew it all on their own. They had this game locked. What can they do? Last few minutes here. Can they get a chance? But, oh my days. That is... I'm trying to think of a better penalty I've seen. A better pressure penalty than that. I don't think I've seen a better pressure penalty than that in my life. That was just stupid. Ball drops in the box. Have a shot. Oh, composure, lad. Pat Matassar, the Tottenham player, blazed it over. What a penalty. Unbelievable. Damn. Goes to show what you can do when you put a proper striker up top. I was saying in the first half, the Catalan is not a striker. I don't know why Lukaku's on the bench. I don't know if it's a fitness thing and he can't last 90 minutes, but if he starts, they score. He just causes problems. It's a big presence, big physical presence. What can they find something? Can they get something? Gonna get a foul there. Surely it's the last chance now. This is gonna be it. Senegal, the last chance. Get the keeper in. Dior, get him up there. Get everybody in there. Where's the keeper? Keeper's not there. Get him up there. Kamara tosses it into the box. Right, here we go. Mbaye. Last chance. Do something. What are you doing? Get it in there. Straight into Courtois' hands. And that is going to be it. Courtois goes down. Waits a few more seconds. Ref might need a poor elbow there. What's he doing? Oh, good run here. Put it wide. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Mbaye running clear. What's he got? It's central. No way. Can you imagine? Ismail Assar looking for hands. Free kick, edge of the box. They were looking for a penalty. Oh my days, the drama is insane. Can you imagine if that had been a penalty? Sadio Mane on the side, holding his hands thinking pen. This is crazy. Hey, Trossard nearly gives away a penalty. You're talking about a couple of yards and that is a penalty. Oh my goodness. This drama is insane. The manager can't believe it. He thinks it's a pen. But man, that was so close. But good call from the ref though, to be fair. He saw the handball. Trossard should be getting definitely a booking for that. Jesus. This is it. Direct free kick. Surely this is the absolute last kick of the game. Officers, keepers up. Pat Matasara, he's been hitting everything over and he got a better striker of the ball than that. Oh, I just said it, didn't I? This guy's been hitting everything over. Why is he on the ball? He must have a better ball striker than this guy. Behave. Tottenham central defensive midfielder. And that is the game. It's ended 3-2. Belgium completing a miraculous full-time victory. 4 minutes to go. They were 2-0 down. They've turned it around in extra time, 3-2. Robbery, Arthur says. Arthur, I disagree. I think Senegal robbed themselves. They had all the loot in the bank. They turned their eyes, they turned their caution away, and they let the fox in their hen house. And that big, bad Belgian fox came in and robbed them blind. That was awful from Senegal. 4 minutes to go. And they chucked it in the bin. Absolutely trash result for Senegal. Wow. Drama at this World Cup. Honestly, drama. Incredible stuff. Right. 40 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Might as well have an extra half. A game of 3 halves, football is. It's a game of 3 halves. Jeez. Oh, right. On that note, guys, I am going to get to bed absolutely shattered. Thank you for keeping me company, enjoying the game. Great chat as usual. Thanks to everyone that joined. McLaughlin was in earlier. Natasha was here. King Arthur was about. Seth Pats was here. Peter was here. Abdul was here. Peter, cheerio. Take care, my man. Who else was in earlier? Loads of people in. That's what we like to see. Rush was in as well. And my brain is definitely scrambled. But thanks again, everyone. Hope you have a lovely, lovely day tomorrow. Not sure when the next stream's going to be. Might do the Spain-Austria one tomorrow. If not, it's going to... Arthur says we deserve pens. I deserve my bed. So, yeah. Might do the Spain-Austria one tomorrow. We shall see. Otherwise, it will probably be Argentina and Cape Verde at 11 o'clock on Friday. That might be the next one, if not tomorrow. So on that note, everyone, thank you for joining me. If you do see this back later as a YouTube vlog, please do drop a like on the stream. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like the atmosphere and the vibe. Excellent channel, I must say, even if I am the host. We've got loads of people in that support all different teams. And Peter said his jinx worked. It did work 100%, bro. You saved us 5 minutes, mate. Could have done this in a normal time. But no, all good, all good. But yeah, if you like the vibe of the channel, we've got people that support all teams. Doesn't matter if you support Arsenal, Spurs, Man U, Liverpool, whatever. Everyone is welcome. Everyone gets along. And it's a fun place to be and have a good chat. So on that note, my name is Ade. I'm the veteran arcade soldier. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a fantastic day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. And all the best. Thank you and take care. See you later, everyone. Take care.